Hey guys, John Green here, and welcome back to Crash Course. Today we will be talking about This Boy's Life by Tobias Wolff. To start, I'm going to summarize the book. A boy named Toby moves across the country with his mother to get away from his father. His mother's name is Rosemary and forced him to change his name to Jack to hide themselves from his former father. When they finally settle down and he starts to make friends and starts to fit in when they move to Seattle. He is subtly shown to be very smart and understands what's going on around him. We see him grow up as the story progresses, and it really starts to pick up speed once he establishes himself in his land. His mom then gets married to a man named Dwight. Dwight is abusive towards Toby and constantly awful. Jack has various dreams of running away. He is accepted into an elite school, further showing the subtle smarts he was shown earlier. Dwight then pushes Jack in front of his mother, and they both leave Dwight and run away. He goes to live with his dad for the summer, but his dad leaves right away, and when he comes back, he's immediately arrested and sent to a sanitarium. When Jack goes to school, he can't get the grades and is expelled halfway through his senior year and forced to enroll in the Army and serve in Vietnam. Alright, and now my friends John Red and John Blue are going to analyze the book.
Throughout the novel, Jack uses his imagination as a coping mechanism to hide his emotions throughout his harsh life, and all of his pain and misery he uses to get away and escape. One of the themes here is that in real life, a lot of people do use his imaginations to deal with pain and trauma and harsh experiences throughout their life that will scar them mentally and even physically. And one good example of this is Jack really believes in himself. He has self-confidence on himself, really, like where he's the troublemaker, does not do nothing in school, but in his mind, he's like the best student. He's part of an elite force, elite member, but in reality, he's just, a troublemaker and does not really do his work or anything. And then he frequently retreats to his mind in order to help deal with the pain from his mother going in with Dwight, an abusive person that does not, gets him a good home and everything, but does not show the love that he needs, the way that his mother shows him, where, yes, he does all this crazy stuff, but his mom shows him the love. He does not beat him, even though his mom is really kind of like not there all the time, but all her intent is with love and compassion towards Jack.
I'm John Blue. I'm going to be talking about the major events and the major symbols in this boy's life. So, the biggest major event in the book is when Jack and his mom moved to Seattle. This is significant because it's a major change in setting and tone, as well as them trying to escape Dwight and his abusive behaviors. Now, major symbols in the book are basically three different ones. It's the Winchester rifle Jack is given, what it symbolizes how the power that Jack so desperately wants is finally given to him, and it's stripped away when Dwight takes it out to the turkey hunt, and so it's the power that Dwight takes away from Jack. The last symbol in the book is the dying salmon that Dwight points out when it goes up the river and from saltwater to freshwater to reproduce. This is significant because the salmon rejects its environment as it goes from saltwater to freshwater and starts to die. And this shows how when Jack and his mom move to Seattle, a piece of them starts dying as basically Dwight takes it away from him.
Hi, I'm John Purple, and I'm here to talk about the time period the book was written and when the book was set. So this book was published in 1989, and the book was set during 1950s and the 1960s, which was during a time of the uranium rush, which was a big part of why Jack and his mom left for Utah. Jack's mom was in search of a job there. She wrote a letter to a man who said that there might be a job opening, but she said he sounded nice, so that's all that really mattered. And this was also after World War II ended, so the American dream was becoming a huge part in society and culture in the United States. And people believed if you work hard, you'll obtain anything you want, or you can do anything you want. But unfortunately, that is not always the case, and Jack and his mom are kind of a prime example of that. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have for the time period, and I'll send it off to the next John.
Okay, the author of this book is named Tobias Wolff. The book is classified as a memoir, so actually everything that happened in the book will happen in Tobias' real life. When he was 12, his mom separated from an abusive boyfriend and they moved to a different place. The exact details in the book aren't the same, but everything the same concept. When he got a scholarship, but he actually faked all the information as was said in the book. His mom worked at City Light, and his father and brother lived in the East Coast during this time, just like it says in the book. So everything that happened in the book happened in his life, and that is why this book is a memoir. Now I leave it to John Yellow.
Through the duration of the book, the question of what does it mean to be an American and what is the American experience is answered. People may perceive that to be an American means freedom for everyone, an easy life, and not many problems or struggles. This book proves that wrong. For Jack and his mother, life was a tragedy, and it was full of misfortune and hardships. Wherever they went, from their hometown to Seattle, they faced problems that many people perceive Americans don't have. This goes hand in hand with the idea of the American experience. There are many ideals that people believe about the American experience, such as all people are equal, everyone can succeed with hard work and determination, and that the dream is attainable. Comparing these to the book, you quickly realize that this may not be true. With just a hope of striking rich on uranium, the mom takes off, and soon after you find out that there is little to no chance of this happening, which just shows how unrealistic this American experience is. You can hope and dream as much as you want, but success and attaining the ideal of the American experience is not as easy as just moving from here to there and hoping for the best. Focusing on the book itself, LA teachers from all around consider this an important piece of American literature. Aside from being very well written, this boy's life really goes deep into a very historical time in this country. In the 1950s, America was hit with a huge uranium rush that sent people scrambling to strike rich. Just like Jack's mom, people left their hometowns in hopes of making it big. This really helps us, the readers, to understand how people in this country are desperate to fulfill the American experience or dream, and what lengths we will go to do so.
Thanks for watching, guys. This has been John Green plus the Johns. We really appreciate your time and hope you enjoyed.
So next time.